Tennessee's governor just signed a law that is so aggressive, it could get the University of Tennessee Vols booted out of the SEC. This is 100% a legal mess. It is a political power play and a massive moment in the future of college football. I'm going to break the whole thing down for you and let you know what's really going on and how this could completely blow up the NCAA. I'm George Wrighster, former Oregon Duck, NFL tight end, college football insider, expert, and the man that breaks things down for you simply. And I'm not here to sugarcoat or regurgitate fluff from any other outlet. This is real talk about the battle between the governors, the conferences, and the crumbling control of the NCAA. This Tennessee story is about a lot more than just one law. It's about whether schools can even need the NCAA anymore, and we're watching it unfold in real time. So this all starts with the House settlement, the NIL, and the $20.5 million salary cap, all of that stuff, right? And the clearinghouse. The clearinghouse is the key to this. NIL Go, which is going to be led and governed by Deloitte. And the entire thing is, so when you hear these deals that are being signed by college players, 1 million, 2 million, $500,000, any of those are really pay-for-play deals. And the real NIL, name, image, and likeness, those deals are typically significantly smaller and fewer players get them. But here is what Governor Bill Lee in Tennessee did with Senate Bill number 536. See, it's supposed to protect schools like Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Memphis, and other affiliated collectives from the NCAA new House settlement. Now, what does it actually do? It allows collectives to break NCAA rules related to NIL without punishment. Now, it's supposed to block the NCAA's new College Sports Commission from having any legal power in Tennessee. Now, this is the boldest move yet in the NIL arms race, basically daring the NCAA to try something. And you have already had states try to pass laws or in the process of passing laws that NIL money, pay-for-play money, is not taxed. So that's going to be an inducement for players to come in that state and help those college football teams be even better. Now, here is a quote from Ross Dellinger, who wrote an article about it on Yahoo. This bill launches a missile at the NCAA's fragile enforcement plans. Now, power conferences, at this point, they're done waiting. You got the Big Ten, SEC, ACC, Big 12. They're all circulating a draft of this agreement. Now, schools would then have to waive their legal right to sue over NIL enforcement. Now, that's huge because it means that schools have to agree to follow the NCAA rules, even if their state laws say otherwise. Now, the question is, why does it matter to you? Because it creates a direct conflict between the state and the conference, which could lead to membership termination. So in other words, you break the agreement, you might get kicked out of your conference, or you are going to have to accept whatever the punishment that it gives. And that's what Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, does not want. Now, do I believe that if they do not sign this agreement that they're going to be kicked out of the SEC? Maybe, right? Because if you have the big boys, if you got Alabama, you got Georgia, you got Florida, you have enough teams sign it, and there's only one lone dissenter, there's going to be pressure on them to sign it. They ain't gonna have a choice. What's going to be your option? Who are you going to play? Because if the biggest schools sign it, there's going to be pressure on everybody else. Let me give you an example of this. Using the SEC. Texas A&M did not want Texas in the SEC. But what happened? But Texas got in. Why? Because everybody else wanted Texas in. So then Texas A&M was like, all right, well, fine. I guess we'll vote for them too. It didn't matter. It's going to happen. So what does this bill mean? Because it protects against anybody and any agreement that circumvents state law. Now, we've got a classic standoff. The SEC versus the state. The NCAA versus the state. And who's going to blink? Nobody, because the state ultimately and the federal government have more power than any legal agreement that anybody signs to. And this is not just Tennessee. Other states are passing laws too. You got Texas, Missouri, a whole bunch of people in between. And everybody's trying to give their programs an edge. It's literally the Hunger Games of NIL. And every governor wants their school to survive because why? It's going to help you get elected. It's going to buy you currency with donors. Because guess what? The same people that donate millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to collectives, those are the exact same people who will donate money to your campaign fund, to your cause, or whatever else to help you get reelected. Now, the NCAA has to be panicking right now because the whole model is collapsing. And truthfully, it is their entire fault of not being forward thinking. You could see this coming. I have been trying to tell you guys for years that we were on the path to this. Oh, it'll be okay. We'll get the House settlement. No, those things are not going to work because the House settlement and the Deloitte thing are going to cause more problems than you could ever imagine. And I am going to give you the reasons why in another video, because that is a whole nother mess in and of itself. And if you guys love straight talk, if you love this video, go down, click, like the message, and subscribe and get notifications. The NCAA, there's no central enforcement, which means chaos. TV money is flowing through the conference. It's not flowing through the NCAA. And we know the conferences are the ones that were driving conference realignment. So the NCAA, who used to be the big boss, that you used to get a chance to make all the decisions, not no more, man. It's over. It's just a dude, old man yelling at the clouds, "Get off my lawn!" Everybody just up there, Rick James, F your couch. That's what they doing. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. There are schools violating what the going over and spending over what their house settlement money is expected to look like now, because they like, what are they gonna do? And the question is this actually possible? Yes, because the SEC doesn't have to keep the schools that put the conference as a whole at risk. So if Tennessee is going to put the conference and put any of this at risk, they may have to go until they realize, oh, wait, hold on. Hey, y'all. See, I was just playing. Come on, man. Come on. Take me back, please. And then they will be back. But the question is, what would that look like? Is it going to be threat of suspension from SEC tournaments, loss of the college football playoff access, reduced revenue sharing, public pressure from other member schools? Would Tennessee back down, or would the conference back down? Now, honestly, it's hard to say because politically, Governor Lee can't look like he folded. But if Tennessee football loses millions, tens and 20s and 50s of millions in media deals and bowl access, oh yeah, man, that pressure is going to fold up like tariffs, man. And this not could go to court. This absolutely will end up in court. And when that happens, the only people winning are the lawyers, because you got NCAA versus the states, legal gridlock, billable hours, and truthfully, there are only two paths forward, and neither one of them is clean right now. You got option number one, unified governance for the conferences. NCAA and the states agree to a national NIL framework. Congress gets involved. We see how long that's taken. I testified in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee on NIL in 2020, and we still ain't got nothing done yet. Or option number two, which is the most likely, civil war. The NCAA collapses as a governing body, particularly as it relates to football, because it doesn't even govern the championship for that. Then you got conferences that are going to form a super league. I wonder who said that when we interviewed him. Oh, Mr. Kyle Whittingham at Utah. Coaches know that this is coming.
But I think ultimately you're going to see super conferences. I think you're going to see, for lack of a better term, minor league NFL.
Other coaches told me that in private. So there's going to be a super league with their own rules. And then you got schools in restrictive states that get left behind, and then their government is going to be floundering to get it done quickly. But either way, we are headed for a massive shift. And Tennessee, honestly, they just lit the fuse. So you guys let me know in the comments, should states have the freedom to give their schools an NIL edge? Or should the SEC and other conferences crack down and kick non-compliant schools out? This story, honestly, is far from over. And if you want the real college football breakdowns, go down and subscribe now because we've got more stories, interviews, and takes coming every week.